Ladies and gentlemen, entrepreneurs living the dream 2025 is back. Visibility creates opportunity, and the more you're seen, the more doors open for your success. Visibility is the bridge between your expertise and your audience trust. Margaret, give me one of my books, please.
Okay, panelist number one, in 2 minutes or less, tell our audience who you are, where you are from, and some of your achievements.
My name is Roosevelt Williams. I'm from the beautiful state of Miami, Florida. I attended Florida Memorial College, better known as FLOMO in Miami, Florida. I graduated Air Assault School from the United States Army. I honorably was discharged from the Army. Later retiring after 29 years in law enforcement with Dr. Patricia Rogers. And to further my journey of entrepreneurship, I graduated in the first class of the Les Brown Academy. After that, my greatest achievement came from the 12-week course with Dr. Patricia Rogers again, with Unity and Service, in which I received overvalue from the other events that I participated in. I'm also an international speaker. I've been on numerous in-person and virtual events across the country, and I'm just proud to be here.
Fantastic, beautiful, thank you. Panelist number two, in 2 minutes or less, tell our audience who you are, where you're from, and some of your achievements.
So I'm Sandra Noble, and you haven't met a powerhouse like me.
Woo!
Master's in Business Administration, a wall full of certifications, lean project management, Six Sigma Green Belt, Health IT, Apex CPIM, and a passport full of stamps from international tech projects in 9 countries. I've led teams of 20 people. I've supported state, federal, and county agencies, and supported health and human services departments across the U.S. With tech systems. And then at age 75, I decided to reinvent myself again. I walked away from IT and walked into the world of transformation, not just for me, but for you. And so now I'm CEO of NobleWise Coaching and Consulting, a certified dream building coach, and on a mission to help other people stop shrinking and start building forward. So I don't just talk about change, I embody it, from getting laid off to launching anew, from corporate chaos to coaching clarity, from what next now to watch this. So if resilience was voice and reinvention was wore heels and look and sound a lot like me, I'm Sandra Noble, hailing from Philadelphia, Cleveland, Ohio, and now Atlanta, Georgia, and I ain't finished yet. Awesome. 2 minutes or less. Nope.
Okay. Let's go on. Panelist number 3, in 2 minutes or less. Tell our audience who you are, where you're from, and tell us some of your achievements.
Sounds good. So my name is Tabitha Lewis. I'm from North Carolina. My business is THL Ultimate Solutions, where we focus on complex tax solutions, and we also focus on complex cash flow issues as well too. So we are pretty much your financial fixers. Some of my achievements: I have a master's in business management. Just like she said, makes me a wall full of certifications and awards. I am also a facilitator, a student, and an instructor as well too. I have taught classes and small business administration workshops, as well as with different nonprofits. And I'm also the author of Rise Stronger, which is my financial story, my financial healing story. coming from one side of the track to the next side of the track. And I teach my financial strategies throughout that book. It is geared to single moms and giving them motivation that your situation does not define you. It is all in what you want to make in this world.
Number 4, tell us who you are, where you're from, and some of your greatest achievements.
Greetings, I am Jean Caggiano from Winter Haven, Florida. Some of my achievements are I am an international educator, an international speaker, and today I'm an international author. Not only an international author, but also a #1 best-selling list international author. Thank you, Dr. Pat. Currently, I serve with the Youth Build under a grant from the Department of Labor with the Housing Authority in Winter Haven, teaching, instructing, and mentoring youth that have dropped out of school, ages 16 through 24. I also have a group of ladies that are 60 plus that I'm working with to achieve their high school degrees as well. For me, I dropped out of school myself at 7th grade. Later, at 40, my youngest daughter said, "Mom, what is it that you dream to become? You seem to do a lot of things." And I had to ponder on that question. And in 1st grade, I dreamed to be a teacher. Today, I say follow your dreams no matter how old you are. Because at 40, yes, at 40, I decided after my daughter asked that question to return to college, to return to school and go to college. And the reason I work with those students today, I'm one. There's several classes at the associate's that I failed more than once just to achieve that associate degree. Following that, I did get into the education. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you, Jean. Thank you. Panelist number 5, in 2 minutes or less, tell our audience who you are, where you're from, and some of your greatest achievement.
Good day, y'all. My name is Arnetta Cameron. I am as I said earlier, Floridian Catholic Peach. I was raised in the Carolinas, born in Key West, Florida, raised in the Carolinas, got grown, moved all the way to Georgia, where I have resided for the last 20 years. I, like you, did not have a traditional path to success, so I created my own. I did not complete my bachelor's degree. I have the credits to do so, but not enough under one curriculum. So I went to work, went to corporate, learned everything that I could. I literally became a sponge. Out of that came Cameron Consulting Partners, which is my current company, where I specialize in change management. Like the others, I have a wall full of certifications, not degrees, but definitely certifications and experience. Lots of accolades from companies that I've worked with and helped specialize in change management. And I also have a women's empowerment network. That network was inspired by WPN. I have been a member multiple times throughout the years, and I was inspired by them to bring that type of community into my community. This is our attire. We wear the shades of pink and purple for power and passion. We wear the jackets for professionalism, but we keep it classy with the jeans, comfortable, so that you know you're in a safe space. And I'm excited about what bringing here today means, because there's power in the room, and I hope everybody taps into it.
Thank you. Fantastic. Panelist number 6, tell us who you are, where you're from, and some of your greatest achievements in 2 minutes or less.
Gotcha. Thank you. And then thank you, Dr. Roberts, for the opportunity. My name is Carlin Johnson again for the third, probably fourth time. I am the Community Development Officer with BBIF Capital. We've been serving small businesses mainly within the state of Florida for the last 38 years, and then recently within the states of Georgia and Alabama over the last 3 years. A little bit more about myself. I have been honored with the 40 Under 40 award for Orlando Business Journal down in Central Florida, where I'm actually from. I've been recognized globally with the Global Recognition Award, and also within 2024. And I'm also a certified business underwriter, which essentially means that any and all things related to capital, I understand that, as well as helping you all as business owners also understand from a cash flow perspective what all or most financial institutions are looking for when it comes to you all looking for capital as a whole. That's Carlin Johnson.
Thank you. Thank you. Panelist number 7, are you ready? Tell our audience who you are, where you're from, and your greatest achievements in 2 minutes or less.
Awesome. I'm so glad you asked that question. I am Patricia Rogers, Dr. Patricia Rogers, and I am from McDonough, Georgia. I am a business coach. I'm a 2-time winning international public speaker. I am a 3-time international bestseller. You can tell me when to stop. I have retired from the Miami-Dade Department of Corrections after 29 years of service in law enforcement. And I did 12 years in the U.S. Army. I have been a collaborator in, I'd say, at least about 6 books. And I would say that I've written my own book in 2021, and the title of that book is In Person and Virtual Events That Rock. You can pick that up at my table for $20. And I also, my recent achievement is the international bestseller, which allowed me to assist at least 23 authors to make the position and status of international bestseller in a book called Elevate Your Visibility, Stories of Entrepreneurial Success. And you can find those too at my table for $20. I've been on the cover of several magazines. You can tell me when to stop. I've been on the cover of several magazines, and I have won been offered numerous awards, one including the Honorary Doctorate of Humanity Award, and I can assist you in that area as well. I want to say that I am a social media guru, and I have a team of virtual assistants who will turn your small business, the chaos, into clarity. And of course, my zone of genius is hosting events, virtual and in person, so that you can speak about your products and services, increase your leads, so that you can get new clients. My name is Dr. Patricia Rogers, visibility strategist, and I am the CEO of USC. I practice mine and service. Well, people need, come on with me. People need people.
Number 1, in 1 minute or less. What has been your biggest achievement since being in the entrepreneur arena?
Well, my biggest achievement being in the entrepreneur arena has been helping people find a purpose in life, because I bring them this, which I'm the founder of the Gold Mic Moment, where I give people an opportunity to have a voice, because I know when I was younger coming up, I did not have a voice, I did not have access, I didn't come from a privileged background. So with me being able to give people an opportunity to give them their 15 minutes of fame, no telling where those 15 minutes will take them as far as their confidence or what they need to do or achieve in life. You know, it just, that was the greatest accomplishment, to see the smiles on the face when I put that gold mic in front of people, face or hands who never had an opportunity to speak.
Beautiful, thank you very much. Awesome. Number 2, in 1 minute or less, explain to our audience how being consistent has played a role in your success as a coach.
So consistency has been the secret to the breakthroughs, not timing, not talent, but showing up even when it wasn't glamorous or convenient. And consistency builds resilience, and so every time I've shown up for my morning practice, I've shown up for my clients, I've taken personal growth, I have built inner strength, and so that's what I help people do in my Dream Builder coaching program, to build consistent habits, consistent alignment, consistent beliefs, especially when things get hard. And so resilience is not just bouncing back, but it's bouncing forward with intention. And consistency is what keeps you moving forward to build the life you'd like to live.
Thank you. Panelist number 3, in 1 minute or less. What steps can owners take year-round to boost their profits?
Well, the key to that is boosting profits and year-round. So when I'm explaining this, it's not, well, the main key is tax planning. We have to plan ahead of our income, because once you elevate in your business, your profits will grow. And we don't need to be giving our hard-earned money away, especially when there's so many tax incentives available to small business owners. But the way to capture it legally is to pretty much plan all year. That means you are tracking your records. You are tracking your activity. Just like you woke up this morning, you did a tax event by cutting on the water, right? Taking your shower, cutting that light on, and you're still doing business. So track all year is the key to mainly boosting your profit, so that you can utilize that savings to be able to pour back into your business and to be able to grow it to the next level.
Fantastic. Thank you for that. So panelist number 4, in 1 minute or less, what do you want to tell your 20-year-old self?
I would tell my 20-year-old self not to worry so much about what people have to say about your dreams. I would tell my 20-year-old self to step into it, know that there's going to be obstacles that will get in the way. However, if you step out in faith and do the very best you can every day, you will achieve your dream.
Fantastic. Thank you. Panelist number 5, in 1 minute or less, what defining moment in your career shaped the leader you are today?
There were a couple. They were all corporate America based. The one that gets out the most is watching young professionals struggle in corporate America, not being nurtured, not being trained properly, gatekeepers holding information from them and sabotaging their success. I experienced that, and that also led me to win, because it let me know how not to lead, and it let me know that there's room for everyone's success. So that's part of the reason why I started. It's women empowering each other and educating each other.
Thank you.
Talk to it.
In 1 minute or less. How can small business owners better manage their cash flow to ensure financial stability?
Thank you for that question. Let me start with what you already have or should have, though you need an addition to that. I'm assuming all of you have business bank accounts for your business, and I'm also going to assume that you keep it separate from your personal, because you never want to intermingle one another. The additional resources you're going to also need, especially when you go to any and all financial institutions, let alone BBIF Capital as a whole, are the income statements, the balance sheets, maybe the statement of cash flow, give or take. And the reason why I say that is because every decision that you make in business has an impact on your business's financials. And in order to have those types of documents, you're obviously going to need either a CPA or an accountant or a bookkeeper, or if you're doing it on your own, QuickBooks or some other accounting software. But you definitely need that not only for yourself, also when you're seeking capital resources.
Fantastic. Thank you. Panelist number 7.
Panelist number 7. In 2 minutes or less. Why? It's 1 minute. It's 1 minute or less. In 1 minute or less. Why is visibility so essential for entrepreneurs?
Look, let me tell them all again.
Yes, go ahead.
That was a typo. I love y'all, man. Y'all gotta keep me in check. Y'all ain't wrong. Okay, read it up, Uncle. I was straight and tickled.
Come again.
Okay, all right. In 1 minute or less, panelist number 7, can you tell us why visibility is so essential for entrepreneurs?
I'm glad you asked that question, and my answer to that question is visibility builds trust. How would you agree? Visibility, I believe that if you're not visible, people cannot support you if they do not see you. There's no way they can support what they do not see. Visibility also attracts opportunities, would you agree?
Yes.
And of course, visibility builds your clientele, yes or no?
Yes.
And lastly, visibility turns your message into influence and your brand into income. That's my story.
Fun.
Panelist number 1, in 1 minute or less, what steps do you take to change your mindset from corporate employee to an entrepreneur?
It's not working.
Microphone not working. The steps that I took to transfer from the corporate mindset to where I'm at today is I had to start believing more in myself on my journey, because that was something that was structured that I had to go by, and now I'm on my own. I had to trust in what I could do. I had to say to myself, it's okay to be okay. It's okay not to be okay. It's just okay. Don't make it more than okay. And once I kept repeating that to myself and downloaded it in my DNA, it made life a whole lot easier for me. And also, I don't have to walk through life really caring about who likes what I'm doing or not. I'm not living my life to validate no one. So that's what it's about.
Panelist number 2, in 1 minute or less, what advice can you give your audience that will assist them in overcoming challenges?
So the best way to overcome challenges is first to stop fighting it and start listening to it. So you've probably heard the phrase, failure is feedback, so pay attention. Most people try to push harder, hustle more, try to figure it out, but you figure the best thing to do is to kind of pause and reconnect to your vision. So decide, what would I love? And clarify that. And then the challenge stops being a wall and becomes a compass pointing you forward. Then take aligned action with your dream. So don't wait for the perfect time or the condition, just take action. And then find people to support you. So the proper coach or mentor can show you your blind spots, hold you accountable, give you tools to move forward faster. And so that's what I do in the Dream Builder coaching program. So if you're interested, you can talk.
Thank you. Panelist number 3, in 1 minute or less, what are the top 3 record-keeping mistakes entrepreneurs make?
Ooh, that's a mouthful, believe it or not. I have seen a lot of mistakes, and guess what? Those things can be fixed, so don't freak out. One of the top record-keeping mistakes I've seen is businesses being filed the wrong way, as well as registered the wrong way. Sometimes we think we may have an LLC, but we may have a C Corp, because if you go directly to the state and you are registering your business, you may be accidentally registering it as a corporation, as an Inc. I've had people come to me and say, hey, I have an LLC. And I go to file and do my research and due diligence and realize you have a C Corp, the highest tax rate possible. So that's one, which, by the way, can hurt you over time if it's not fixed in time. The second one is not shifting in time. So when you have an LLC, it is not a direct entity, by the way. Let's be clear about that. It's a hybrid structure. So why is a hybrid structure? It's because it's all structures. It can be taxed as a DBA, it can be taxed as an S Corp, C Corp, however you want it taxed. but you need to shift in time because as we grow our businesses, we make more coins, right? So to keep those coins, we need to know when to shift that business from a standard LLC to an S Corp. And that's where you find the better savings as you are growing your business. So that's record keeping mistake number 2 is not knowing when to shift in time. And number 3 is not having records. We need records. I don't need you to come to me during tax season guessing how much your phone bill is, right? We need that to be tracked. Throughout the year, you will believe it or not, a bookkeeper is your best asset, an accountant, and a tax person. Anybody in the financial world that can help you keep those records is very, very important because we are spending money in our business and we need to track it.
Thank you, thank you. Number 4, in 1 minute or less, define happiness and share what makes you happy.
Happiness is an individual process to peace. It is not defined by material. Again, it's defined by what you find inside of yourself, and you're at peace, knowing that you are all that you can be. Please give me the second part of the question.
What makes you happy?
What makes me happy is working in purpose, passion, and peace, seeing others lifted, and the opportunity to discover where their peace is and how they can achieve it by looking inside at the gems that they have already inside of them and develop them into their shine for the world to see.
Thank you. Number 5, in 1 minute or less. What's next for you and WIM?
WIM stands for Women in Motion, and what's next for me is to continue to serve my way to success and bring others with me.
Panelist number 6, in 1 minute or less, what tools can help small business owners improve financial literacy?
Thanks. I actually just spoke to that in my previous question, and when I spoke to the accounting software, and Panelist number 3 also spoke to tracking or bookkeeping, etc. That's literally one of the best ways you can manage your financial condition of your business. Because again, if you're only using your business bank account to keep track of everything, there's a lot of different things that's actually happening within your business that it's not necessarily from an operational perspective, i.e. your income statement. It's actually, let's say, you're able to get a loan from BBIF Capital or Chase, Bank of America, etc. You want to be able to count that as revenue, despite it going into your business, actually just a financing activity. But overall, to say there are 3 activities always happening in your businesses, which actually comes with a statement of cash flow, which is the reason why you have to have those income statements, balance sheets, statement of cash flow, et cetera, and keep everything separate. Because if you're just looking at the business bank account, it tells a lot of different stories that happen at the same time.
Thank you. Panelist number 7, in 1 minute or less, what is your bodacious goal for 2026?
Okay, my bodacious goal for 26, that's a good question. My bodacious goal for 26 is to take my online coaching program, the Academy Coaching Program for public speaking. First of all, I want to say that I want to copy much of the material that has been taught to us through WPN.
Rip off and duplicate. I'm good with that.
And we're going to be teaching public speaking, but I want to take it in person. So my goal is to go into start somewhere, and then I'm going to end up in hotels. And I see myself having people fly from around the world to come and get the knowledge that this has been so free. Well, it wasn't free, but it was given to me. You know, and that's really my bodacious goal, is to pour into others what has been poured into me, because I meet a lot of young people who are still working in the corporate arena. Those are some of my target markets. And when I talk to them, I want to be an entrepreneur. I'm planning on, well, I'm going to help take them there, and I want to push them right on over the edge. That's my story I'm sticking to.
That's a fantastic goal. Thank you, panelist number 7. Panelist number 1, in 1 minute or less, how do you use your gifts to stand out in the community?
I use my gifts to stand out in the community by taking positivity out into the community, because I realize there's a lot of negative going on out there, and it seems like everybody out there is scared for some reason. I don't watch TV, so I don't know what's going on. So I'm always able to, take a fresh message out there, because I have no clue that the government was shut down. I don't know what's going on, and I really don't care. The only thing I could have control over is me. And so I just take that positive out to the community and to the people that just share it with us, and it changed lives.
All right, so here's what we're going to do, because y'all are so great.
Woo, 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 woo.
Y'all are so great, and we're learning so much from you, and we want to make sure we're good on time. So I want to ask one question, if it's okay.
That's fine.
Your message, what is it, and what difference does it make to the rest of the world? Your message, and what difference does it make to the rest of the world? Go ahead, Sandra.
Okay, my message is, today is your day, it's your time, and you can change your life, and you deserve to do it. I do have a gift that I'd like everybody to get, so most people, 75% of people identify as being stuck, either personally or professionally, and that's probably because you're overwhelmed or burnt out. So I have a fix for that. I have a cheat sheet called From Overwhelmed to On Fire, the 7-minute reset ritual for burnt out entrepreneurs. And you can get it by emailing me. I'm on page 7545 in the book. So email me for that. And it's a 1-page cheat sheet. And that will help reframe and reset your spirit and get you back on track, because you deserve to have a business and live a life that sets your heart on fire. And so I recommend that.
Go ahead.
So, the message I would like to leave with you today is simply this. I've worked with hundreds of business owners, and I mean hundreds, over the years of being an accountant. And when I see a business that doesn't track well or do their books well, it is something underlying there. It could be tied to your emotions. It could be that you need to go on a financial healing journey, because we should know our numbers at all times. If I ask you, what is your bottom line now, you should be able to spit it out just like that. So, my message to you is to join the healing journey. No matter if it's 7 figures, 8 figures, 6 figures, or 1 figure. We need to take that journey one time so you can know your numbers like that. When you know your numbers like that, that means you have went through that journey. And I also would like to leave a gift. I'm on page 44 of your book. That is my website. If you go to my website, I will give you a book that is called Proven Tax Strategies That Help Increase Your Profits. And that's free to you.
Awesome.
The one thing that I would like to leave with the audience is, no matter who you are or where you're from, your future is up to you. One decision, one step, one day, and at times, one moment at a time.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yes, great.
So, for me, I would just want to say the only thing constant in life is change. I would implore you to be resilient in adapting to it. Educate yourself, be a lifelong learner. Be willing to change directions as needed, and be willing to give yourself some grace when it's time to pivot to another path. Awesome.
My message to you all, going back to what number 3 said, knowing your numbers. I did a workshop a few months ago, sometime last year. At the start of I call it FinLit, financial literacy with FinLit, because it's too many syllables in financial literacy. Every time I start the very first workshop, I talk about understanding money values and who you are as individuals. The trauma guy, earlier, even though he spoke to trauma, there are some financial traumas that we've all seen growing up within our environment, school, etc. And all of that has an impact into how we all view money, which goes back to how we manage money. Quick example. I went to church, and of course, when it's coming towards the end of every service, you got to give tithes and offerings. Something that I grew up with, so every time I go to church, I know there's tithes and offerings there. But it's second nature to me simply because I've been doing this for so long. This is how I grew up in my environment with my family, etc. All of that to say, how you grew up and how you saw money impacts who you are today and how you view money and how you also manage it too.
Okay, as for me and what I want the world to know is, for me and my experience during this journey, is that I want the world to understand that your habits reveals your priorities. That's number one. And your habits also is a reflection of your character, if that makes sense. And I believe that everyone, business or not, should practice integrity, good communication. We must reply to those who are reaching out to us, whether it's via phone, whether it's via text, whether it's via Facebook Messenger, whether it's via email. Why? Because that one person might just be looking for you to serve them, and they just might be ready to pour into you. But again, as I said before, you cannot support that you do not see. I'm Dr. Patricia Rogers, Visibility Strategies, and I am the CEO of UT Service. Y'all ready? Where are people?
Need people. You said thank you.
Man, we gotta make this thing up.
Thank you to all you beautiful panelists and sharing your experience. We've been inspired. So it's the end. Stand up and let's give them all a round of applause.